Hey guys, so a little story time. I'm here sitting at my desk, but yesterday I went to London, and it was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it. It was really, really great. I went with a whole group of people. There were seven of us, um, and we got to this like kind of square area, which you saw in my last vlog. We even got to see this art center in that area. It was really beautiful. And then we also, yeah, I mean, we got to see Big Ben. I got to walk across this really cool bridge across this, water. I don't know any of the names. I think we went to Hyde Park, um, and we saw Buckingham Palace, and that was beautiful. And oh, I got to try fish and chips, very authentic fish and chips, and that was really good. And yeah, and I got to try KFC. It was kind of weird, but last night was very very scary for all of us because there were a few sketchy things that happened. So at KFC, what ended up happening was there was this guy who didn't speak a language that any of us really understood because some were French speakers, like two of us were French speakers. I mean, I'm not. One American, that's me. You got two Mexicans, and yeah, one guy from Egypt. So none of us really understood what this guy was saying, and he kind of approached us with, this newspaper, and he basically said, that'll be €1, like he wanted money, and he kept pointing to the newspaper, and I leaned over and was like, "What?" And anyway, we told him to fuck off because it was kind of weird. Um, so then that was kind of the start of some weird stuff because on the train ride back, sorry if my voice sounds really bad. It's just my very congested and it's very cold here and gray all the time. Uh, um, anyway, so on the train ride back, we were fine. I I don't know. We kind of just noticed these couple of kids who had hopped on the train. I think around the time that we did, and they kept like throwing garbage everywhere, like peanuts and like just food items and like soda cans and I don't know. I wasn't and like bottles and whatever else. And the guy next to me, who was in my group, basically, he was just like, "Are you 12?" That's what that he basically said that to them, um, and they got a little angry, and they said, I don't really know exactly what they said, but they were like, "You what? You what then? What you talking about?" And they got really angry. And there was this one kid who kind of had this like mask on, looked like a ninja mat. I don't know, like this whole like kind of face covering, and only his eyes were shown, and it was like this black face covering. And then the guy next to him was a bit taller, and he was a bit taller than me even. And he just kind of had like a brown jacket like this or something, and he was a bit yeah, and the other one was like shorter, and they were like teenagers. And so the guy next to me who was in my group. Just kept asking like, why are you throwing trash everywhere? Are you 12? And these kids got really kind of pissed, and so I backed him up, like the good Samaritan that I am, unfortunately. And I kind of provoked them, um, even more. And I'm not very happy about it, but then they started, I just told them to get to the back of the train, leave us alone, back off, blah, 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 blah. And they were like, and I was, just kind of a kind way of saying it, like back off, seriously, please. And they called me a pussy American, and that wasn't really, it was kind of fucked. And the taller guy reached into his pocket, and I thought he was gonna pull out a knife, but then I don't know, something inside me just didn't care. I was just so exhausted that I just kind of yeah, I just abruptly stood up and got in his face and said, get the fuck back, get away. And he kind of got spooked, but not really. So I just sat back down, and the guy next to me was like, just ignore them. And everyone in the group was just looking at me at this point. They were like staring at me uncomfortably, and they were like, Jesus Christ, Nolan. And I just, and then he got in my face. The guy started approaching me and getting in my face. And yeah, and yeah, I just ignored him until he kind of left, until they got off at the next stop, and that was the end of it. Um, and we all just kind of were quiet, just sitting there, and it was really awkward. And I don't know. I mean, it was just the most awkward thing ever, but it was kind of like scary, but I don't know. I just wasn't really phased because I guess I was just so tired. Others were terrified. And I don't know. I guess I wasn't, I don't know. It was just kind of the first ever encounter that I've had. And this is the first time I've probably ever been threatened in that way. I don't think I've really been threatened like that before. So that was interesting and very scary. And I just want to say to you guys, be careful out there, and don't provoke people, in the way that I did. Don't repeat what I did. Just ignore people. And, and if they are coming up to you, try to find some help. See if you can dial a number that is, like just have somebody on speed dial, because that's important. And, just stay safe out there. And, yeah. Well, anyway, I just wanted to, let you guys know that, and tell you, how it was yesterday. But it was a good day otherwise. We had a great time. It was a great time. I enjoyed everyone's company, and I'm glad everyone came. And London is beautiful, and I do recommend going. Just be careful. Yeah, definitely go visit Big Ben, Buckingham Palace, Hyde Park, the Art Center. Oh, and we went to the Science Museum as well. Science Museum was really, really fun. It was a lot of cool stuff. All right. Anyway, that's enough time. Spent enough time talking. So I hope you guys enjoy your day, and I'll see you for another vlog later. Bye.